Turn Alert. Turn Alert. Turn Alert. Turn Alert. I think it's about time this one comes off the pending list. What is going on, guys? This is the Club with the Man 1993, and this is episode number 315 of WWE Turn Alert. It's been a little over a month. It's been a while since we've had to go on a little journey it is to make the graphic and whatnot for these Turn Alerts with these brand new sick graphics that I created this year for the Turn Alerts, which I still absolutely love. But yeah, like I said, this is one that's been on the pending list for a while. I've been wondering if this really was supposed to be a face turn. Was this more so like them going tweener? But I feel like after how Dakota Kai was both written off television, to her just recently coming back, and how Iyo Sky is on the babyface's War Games team for War Games, I think it's officially to say that I can say officially that Damage CTRL have been baby faces for a while now. Of course, this is Iyo, Kairi, and Dakota. Asuka's been out hurt since I think when the Kabuki Warriors of Asuka and Kairi Sane, they dropped the tag titles at to Jade and Bianca at was it Backlash? I think it was. Yeah, I think it was Backlash. And ever since then, Asuka's been out with an injury. I don't think she's going to be back until WrestleMania, maybe she could be back. But anyhow, let's talk about these three turning face. So, they kind of have been positioned as baby faces for a while. Since a few months ago, when they entered into a feud with the newly formed Pure Fushion Collective, which has not worked out, honestly. With Sonya, Shayna, and Zoey, it just kind of fizzled off. It interests me at first. Yeah, the name is still weird. Nobody really likes the name and whatnot. But it was kind of like the old dominating heel faction and the new dominating heel faction. But it's kind of transitioned Damage CTRL into being baby faces, which I find weird. Because here's my problem with them turning face. And I kind of had the same problem, I still kind of do, with Bayley turning face earlier in the year when she feuded with Iyo for WrestleMania. There really isn't a story to build a lot of babyface sympathy on anybody involved in Damage CTRL. Like, especially like Kairi. Well, Kairi's only been around for about a year. Iyo and Dakota have been part of this stable since the debut at Summerslam 2022, and to me, they've been meant to build heat. They've been meant to build, like the dominating faction in the women's division. Yeah, they kind of swung and missed a little bit with it a few times, I'm gonna be honest. It didn't get booked as smoothly as they should have, for sure, but there's not really been a story. Especially for entire Damage CTRL, there really hasn't been a story that transitions to give them the babyface sympathy. And that's, again, like, it somewhat was working with Bayley. But then, like, after she got done feuding with Damage CTRL and was off on her own, it was kind of like that there's nothing there to kind of keep her new face character, whatever it is, going. And that's the problem I've had with Damage CTRL being babyface, is there's no story to make us want to, cheer for them. Like, the crowd's been confused for months. I've been confused about how to look at them. Like, this feels like a Vince McMahon turn. He just abruptly made them faces for no rhyme or reason. That's what's happening here with Triple H, making Damage CTRL faces for no rhyme or reason. You could kind of maybe give Dakota Kai some of it because she got written off television by Shayna Baszler. Again, I cannot wait for the day. Because ever since both their debuting matches in NXT when they face each other, Dakota Kai, Shayna Baszler, I have been waiting for the longest time for Dakota Kai to get her full comeuppance on Shayna Baszler. Of course, Shayna Baszler's nowhere close to being where she was at that time in NXT. But still, it's like every time I see those two go at it, it's like, can I please finally get that comeuppance? But I don't know. Again, like, I guess there's some positives to this. Like, for example, Kairi, although she was better this time as a heel, I feel like she's more meant to be a babyface. She just doesn't, even like with the makeup and whatnot, she's never had the look as a heel. Iyo can be a heel, but I feel like that they really take the cuffs off her when they allow her to be a babyface. And she definitely, her talent in the ring shines a lot more as a babyface. Dakota, of course, this will be interesting because this is the first time in 5 years that Dakota's been a face. Because she was a face when she first came into NXT after the Mae Young Classic. Then they turned her heel in 2019. And I do feel like she kind of needed that heel turn to light a fire in her for sure. Develop more of a character. She's always been a good wrestler, but character she was lacking a little bit before she turned heel. She though was on her way to kind of be like the next Bayley type babyface. Like, you know, like not 100% hugger, fangirl, whatnot, but kind of in that ballpark. So now that she is a face again, we'll see how her like, you know, more enhanced, established self rolls with her being a babyface. Because Dakota Kai has always been a very underrated worker. She is one of the best at selling. Like, if you need an example, go back and watch her match with Tegan Nox at NXT TakeOver Portland in 2020. That match also another match, her and Iyo, when they went one-on-one with each other at NXT TakeOver, which one was it, 32? The TakeOver when they, not 32, 30, no, TakeOver 30 it was, because it was the weekend of Summerslam in 2020, whenever Iyo and Dakota faced off one-on-one for the women's title. Watch that match. Again, Dakota is a very underrated talent. I just feel like that even on the main roster, they haven't allowed her to fully, you know, show what she's capable of. Again, maybe it's these three getting away from each other eventually in Damage CTRL, who knows. But yeah, again, it's still weird, because again, there really has been no story of them transitioning to being heroes instead of villains. But again, I'm only making it official now because Iyo is a babyface, randomly being part of the War Games match of the face team. Even though it's weird because, it's also weird because, like, why, if Bianca can't accept Bayley, who's been a thorn in her side for so long, why is she all of a sudden okay accepting Iyo? I don't know. That's confusing. Although it's going to be interesting to see, you know, how it's going to pan out with Bayley not going to be in the Women's War Games match, it seems like. Maybe they'll turn her heel again, who knows. Or they could maybe get into finally the story thing they need to do to kind of give Bayley some momentum is have her and Bianca. Because anytime since Bayley's turned face, her and Bianca's been in the same room. Bianca's addressed, you know, the elephant in the room. Like, hey, you've been like a thorn in my side for years. So why should I trust you now and whatnot? Even though I'm not going to lie, is anybody else besides me thinking that that's whole storyline with like, you've been a thorn in my side for years and we eventually make up? Is that storyline kind of getting a little overdone, I feel like? Because we've done it with the Bloodline. We've done it with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Now, we kind of did it a wee bit with Charlotte and Becky last year for War Games. And a couple other times. Can we get something that's a little bit different? Because again, I just feel like it's been kind of repetitive with that. We've seen it a little too often. But that's my thoughts, guys. Damage CTRL are randomly baby faces. What do you guys think of this? Or how long do you think they have been baby faces as well? Do you think it's working? Do you think it should still be heels? What do you guys think? You guys thoughts down in the comment section below. Be sure also, as always, to slap a like on the video and subscribe for more content on my channel. Follow me on Twitter as well, TheClubWithTheMan93. Also follow me on TikTok and Instagram, TheClubWithTheMan1993. And as always, guys, please stay tuned for more WWE Turn Alert.
Turn Alert. Turn Alert.